Deep in the Whispering Woods lived a little fox named Finley. Finley was a curious fox with a bushy tail and a nose for adventure. One sunny morning, Finley was playing near a babbling brook when he spotted something unusual, a bright blue butterfly fluttering about on the bank. Now, butterflies were not unusual in the woods, but this one, it was unlike any butterfly Finley had ever seen before. It had shimmering wings that sparkled like jewels in the sunlight. As Finley approached, the butterfly landed on his nose and he sneezed so hard that he knocked himself out. When he awoke, the butterfly was gone. And then he heard a terrible sound, a sound that made his heart sink, the sound of sobbing. Coming closer, Finley saw a little field mouse with tearful eyes and a muddy nose. "Oh, hello," said Finley, taken aback by her tears. "Why are you crying?" the mouse sniffed. "I was going to be in the butterfly dance tonight, but now my nose is all dirty and the butterflies won't want to dance with me." "Oh, I'm so sorry," said Finley, feeling terrible. He had never meant to hurt the mouse or ruin her big night. But what could he do to fix it? He thought long and hard, but nothing seemed good enough to make up for the ruined dress. Suddenly, Finley remembered his friend Ellie, a wise and gentle deer who always knew what to do. So Finley hurried off to find her. "Ellie, oh, Ellie," he called out, rushing into the clearing where she was eating some berries. "I need your help. I accidentally ruined a friend's dress and I don't know what to do." Ellie listened patiently, her soft brown eyes full of understanding. When Finley finished his tale, she said, "It sounds like you really feel bad about what happened, Finley." "I do, Ellie," said Finley, hanging his head. "I just wish I could fix it, but I don't know how." Ellie smiled. "There's something you can do. Something that will make her feel better and mend your friendship." "Oh, what is it?" asked Finley eagerly. Ellie stood up and said, "Go and tell her you're sorry. Let these words be like a balm to soothe her broken heart. Sorry. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't mean to ruin your dress. Please forgive me." As the words left his mouth, something amazing happened. The little mouse's face crumpled. Then she sniffed again, but this time it wasn't with sadness, it was with a smile. "Oh, Finley," she said, her voice trembling. "I was so upset. But hearing you say sorry makes me feel so much better. And besides," she added with a wink, "a little dirt never hurt anyone. It just means I have a great story to tell at the dance." And that's exactly what she did. When the butterflies arrived and the music began, the mouse told everyone about Finley's heartfelt apology and how it had made her feel better. The butterflies, touched by Finley's kind heart, invited him to join them for the dance. And so, under the twinkling stars, Finley danced with the butterflies and the mouse. And they all had a wonderful time. From that day forward, Finley and the mouse were the best of friends. And whenever he felt bad for doing something wrong, he remembered Ellie's words and the forgiving hearts of the butterflies and knew that saying sorry could mend any broken friendship.